29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24.
23.
22. 21.
20.
19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13. 12.
11.
10.
8.
6.
6. What happened to 7?
7.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1. 0.
Hey, hopefully the audio's okay. I know the lighting is shit. That's because it's hot and I got the garage door open, and maybe if I turn this way, this might work. This might help. Not really, not so much. And I'm not putting a light up here. So you get what you get, but that's not what we're not here to see my face. We're here to talk about stuff and things and stuff. And I have to apologize for Monday. So if you guys don't know, we had a big event up in Banning, Beaumont area. And while it went well, I was disappointed with turnout. And I don't mean you guys, because I know you guys can't come from all over the country, but there was a lot of people that had rogered up to show up. And I don't mean like show up as like 2A Dave and LP Knife Works. Hey, those guys showed up. And I don't mean showing up as guests, but we had people that had said, oh yeah, I'll come up and I'll bring some knives and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I kind of just want you guys to just come up, and you don't necessarily have to bring knives and stuff like that. And so I really wanted to have more people show up from as far as like makers and stuff like that. And there was a bunch of people, yeah, I'll be there. And then like I get ready to show up and they're like, oh yeah, no, we're not coming. So that was disappointing. And then I don't know if you guys know this, when you do something like that, you end up getting exhausted. We worked all day Saturday setting up the event and the venue, and it was hot. I'm not gonna lie, it was like 100+ degrees. By the way, I am currently live over on Rumble as well. This is going to be one of those live feeds where I split the stream. So why can't people just, I have a question. Why can't people just go knock on a door? Why do they have to sit in front of somebody's house and fucking honk the horn? That's not your horn. That's not what the horn's for. At any rate, this is the link to the Rumble side of the house. So if you want to watch over there, I'm gonna talk about some stuff. Financially, YouTube is really falling apart. I don't know if you guys have seen other channels comment on it. They're now trying to push us to pay for you guys to get notified of it. It's like, oh, if you want people to see your video, you need to pay us. I'm like, what happened to notifications? Like, what happened to getting notifications and sending stuff out and telling people about their content when they say they want to follow it? So I'm trying really hard to push to get you guys to start following me on Rumble. If you can start watching my videos on Rumble as well as YouTube, that would absolutely help. But that is the Rumble side of the house. We're gonna do an hour here and an hour over there. That's why I'm watching the timer real close, because I got some stuff to say and I can't say it on YouTube because it's about YouTube. But yeah, basically they're like, there's channels. I was just watching somebody, there's a channel that I watched and I can't think of the name of the channel right now. And somebody else was talking about millions of subscribers goes from hundreds of thousands of views to literally 900 views on a video. And it's because YouTube wants the creators to now pay YouTube to do their job. So it's become a pain. So it's really frustrating. Most of us I've lost way more than half of my income on YouTube, which is going to be one of the channel announcements. As soon as I find a job, it's going to end. This is going to end. You're not going to get a daily video. You're not going to get lives, period, probably, because the fact is YouTube has been demonetizing my lives. So the only revenue I make, basically the only revenue I make on YouTube is money that you guys have donated. And I thank you very much for that. But I know that you can't all just drop super chats and stuff like that. I don't get super chats on videos anymore. I can't figure it out. I don't know if maybe I just don't warrant it. And if that's fine, if that's the case, that's fine. If you guys don't want to do that, that's fine. But the fact is, I can't continue to do live feeds if I don't get super chats. And Rumble is giving 100%. So when you do a super chat, I get 30% of that I get 70% of it. YouTube gets 30. Rumble gives me 100% of it. So at any rate, that's neither here nor there. But I am going to start swinging Monday live feeds into the afternoons again. I did it on Monday. It didn't work out. And back to the apology. Lots going on. So I was up there and I was really exhausted when we got back. You know, it's like we spent that day and I don't like crowds. So emotionally, I was exhausted. I didn't get much sleep because I don't sleep well in a new environment. Even though I've been in Nico's a bunch of times, I don't sleep well. So Monday when I got back, I'm looking at the fact that I have not edited any of the stuff that I shot the previous week. Had not edited any of the stuff that I shot Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning. And so I've got a bunch of editing to do. And then my wife has surgery tomorrow. A fairly serious surgery. She's having a pretty in-depth surgery tomorrow. And I'm looking at all that and looking at income. And I just was not in a good place to be doing a live feed. And I apologize, but I took it down because I don't think that live feed represents what I want. So the whole thing is, like I said a long time ago, I wanted to try and stop looking at the fact like I would get frustrated when I wasn't getting super chats in a video. Like we're 7 minutes in. I see videos up where people can't even go 2 minutes without getting super chats. And I'm like, why can't I get that kind of loyalty from people that are doing it? But I do understand most of the people that are following me don't have the kind of disposable income to do that. I don't. I don't. I try to do it on Jared's channel. I try to do it on other people's channels. I don't have the kind of income to do that. I don't, especially not when YouTube is taking 3/4 of my stuff. So it's frustrating to put so much work into something and just not feel like it's appreciated. And so it just all was a culmination of stuff. And so that live feed did not go well. But this one's going to go better. I do have to point out to you guys, I am currently carrying the Weya, and I do know lighting is horrible. I apologize, but I am not going to close this garage door, turn off the fan, put up lights. So if you guys don't like a poorly lit live feed, well, that's too bad because that's what you're going to get. But I am carrying the Weya by Rosecraft Knives, and I do have to point out I now have a coupon code for Rosecraft, and it's Crazy Sharp. It's all one word, Crazy Sharp. I got that from them. So if you're interested in any of those knives, I just did a video that went up the other day about this great little knife that you can remove the pry bar off of. This is the Barra. Great little knife. If you're looking for a really good, let me see if I can't get some better lighting. I can always move my chair a little bit. We can do that. Move that chair a little bit. That's a little bit better lighting, I believe. Perhaps, perchance, and maybe. Yeah, this is a great little knife that Savannah designed. This was in my pocket all weekend at the show, and it wasn't because Savannah was going to be there. It was 100% just because I had it and I had done a video about it and I liked it. And I was like, that's what I'm carrying. It was in my pocket with with what's in my pocket right now, my PM2 that I dyed the scales on. So, guys, I do know it's a work day, but if you can drop comments, that makes this go better. If you've got things you want to talk about, things like that, it makes it so much easier than me to just sit here and talk, because I'll run out of things. I'm not going to try and like, if I'm that's another thing in these live feeds. If there's no interaction, I'm just going to shut it down. I get tired of being the one trying to come up with everything to say. I do have a XOK. I'm playing around with the trainer right now. I do have an XOK in my pocket, hanging around. No, not in my pocket. It's hanging out here on a workbench. Shot that video yesterday. So, yeah, I've run out of things to say. So if you guys want to keep this going, I've run out of things I can say here. So that's how this works. From now on, I gotta have interaction for you guys. I know that there's some people that are just lurking and can't do anything, but there are 13 people here. I'm pretty sure somebody can. And I don't know how many likes there are. If you have not dropped a like on this, shame on you. I can't see right now how many likes there are, but shame on you if you haven't dropped a like. I mean, if you're here for more than like 30 seconds. How do I handle the heat? It's not that hot. It's 82 degrees. It's 82 degrees. It's only 80 in the studio. It's 82 outside. It's only 80 inside. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And when we were up at the event in Banning, Beaumont area, up where Nico lives, I have not got to see the Microtech Feather. It was over 100, but the fact was it was over 100. It was over 100, but there was like almost no humidity. I think it was like 10% humidity the day of the event. So it wasn't bad. It really was not bad at all. I absolutely enjoyed it. I will say I had every intention of doing a live feed from there because I was doing live sharpening. I was doing in-person sharpening. I was going to film. Problem was all the music that was being played would have been copyright struck. We're going to talk about Mr. Blazano in an upcoming live feed. That's my birthday present to myself. So 12 people here. If you haven't dropped a like, I'd appreciate it. And as you can see, Coffee Brand Coffee, 5%. You can use my coupon code Crazy Sharp to. I am out of coffee. I drank my coffee already. To save 5% on Coffee Brand Coffee, you can absolutely do that. Cabes is live over on Rumble, and like I said, if you guys can drop super chats and videos, we all appreciate it. YouTube is definitely screwing us. I think what's absolutely happening. I think what's absolutely happening is the views that they're telling the advertisers that channels are getting do not represent the actual views that we are getting. And you know why I say that? Because they're still getting a lot of advertisers, and I can see how much money advertisers are spending. It still won't let me comment on my YouTube lives. I don't know why, Cabes. I don't know why. So I think they're definitely screwing us because there's no way on God's green earth that you can have a drop that drastically at one point. We'll talk about that over on the Rumble side. But no, if you guys were curious about this, it is a lot of fun. I will tell you that the video I put up, it's a double-edged sword. How long has the beard been gone? It's not gone. I don't know if you see. There's a beard go there, Steve, but it got hot. It's hot. Summer's hot. Just decided I don't want to deal with it anymore. And it was getting long enough that it was tangled. And I was like, you know what? It kind of needs to be brought back. Plus it makes me look about 10 years younger. I'm trying to check something here. Video that goes up today is about something special that's available right now, and it's on sale. So drop a like if you haven't. I'm trying to get logged into my actual channel so that I can see here.
Are you tired of feeling sluggish and defeated on your weight loss journey? Then you need to hear this. Did you know belly fat can damage mate?
Did you know that belly fat can damage? Oh, it says now, here's another one. It says, oh, now you can like super chats with a heart. Great. YouTube has basically turned us all into e-beggars. Like if you want to run a channel, you're going to have to beg for money because YouTube is screwing it. And here's the thing that I'll talk about. I want to ask any of you guys, if you're not going to follow me over on Rumble, which I can see there's only 2 people over there, I think. That's what it looks like, which is discouraging because I'm trying to provide you with an option. There's 10 people watching over on YouTube or on Rumble, and I don't see any likes on the Rumble stream. I see 2. There's 2 and a comment. Outdoor Wilds, you are commenting. You're not commenting in the live. You're commenting in just the general chat. I was able to handle the XOK at a local knife store. Also the location of the next meetup Yeah, I dig it. It's fun, but I can see problems with it. And here's the thing, like I don't get. Let me point something out. Let me show you. If I still got it out, I had it out for the video, and now it has walked away a little bit. There it is. So this is my Wee Knife Company. My Wee Knife Company incisor karambit. Now, you can see, and I do have another knife in my pocket. Now you can see if I pull this out of my pocket, I have extra steps, right? Like I got to do that after it's out of my pocket. This is why I say it's unnecessary and it's just a gimmick, because that is already deployed. That is what I want. Like that, like you couldn't carry this for self-defense. There's too many things, because think about it. You got to come out of pocket. You got to roll it over. You got to push the button, swing that loose, and then do that flourish. I have now added about a second to deployment when this is, yeah. Jamie of Blades and EDC is also moving to Rumble. Now, here's the thing. I can't move to Rumble. I don't make enough on Rumble. I don't, because no one watches my stuff on Rumble except for live feeds. I don't make any money on live feeds to speak of. It's the same on Rumble and YouTube. Like live feeds, the only thing they make is super chats and what they call rants over on Rumble. And the problem is creators get frustrated because, and I'm just going to tell you this, like I know this is going to sound horrible. It really is. But YouTube followers and subscribers, for as cool as some of them are, well, Steve, I would if I could afford a Microtech knife right now, because I don't get free shit from companies. Like if somebody sends me one if you've got one, I'll take it in for review. It'll take a while to get to it. So this is going to be like an unpleasant thing to say. We all have cool subscribers. All of us do. But the majority of us the subscribers we have on YouTube are not that great. They'll talk about you behind your back. They'll go into other people's chats, things like that. But then they'll watch your content when they're on your feed. It's like being in high school. And and I'm not talking about the people who are here, because the 13 people that are here are typically the 13 people that are really cool. But then the second you mention anything about the revenue on YouTube and mentioning that you can drop super chats and you can drop super likes and you can join memberships, they're like, oh, this fucking guy. But I want you guys to think about the fact, when we do a live feed, you get 2 hours of my day for free, pretty much. So it's hot here in NorCal, dry heat all summer. Rob, last summer was the same. That's the caves over there. I'm not gonna lie, I like the weather up in Beaumont. It's up near Palm Springs. That's where we had the event. It's up near Palm Springs, and the weather was just beautiful, in my opinion. Like I was inside the venue. I started to do my sharpening setup inside, and then the AC broke, and there was like 50 people in there, and it started getting very, very close, very humid, people sweating, and it got really humid really fast. And so I took my stuff outside, and when I went outside at first, like I had sweat my shirt clear through. Like I could feel sweat like running down my legs and stuff. I went outside, and like you could see like the whole front of my shirt was just like dripping wet. I went outside within like 30 seconds. I was like, I'm almost cold. It had evaporated so fast. So it's pretty cool to be up there. And we went to my buddy Nico's parents' house. We were at the pool and stuff like that. But I didn't shoot any video, because like I said, I just couldn't. Like all the stuff we did, on top of that, I wanted to enjoy myself. And I'm going to tell you, there's not going to be more videos from knife shows. It absolutely ruins a knife show when you have to do what you guys want to see, because the stuff that's at a knife show that I want to see is not the stuff you guys want to see. It's not the stuff that ever gets views. I always want to go around and see stuff, and I wind up missing it because I'm trying to film. I'm tethered to that camera. And so the next knife show I go to, I'm going for me. There's going to be a lot of changes to the channel because I try to do a lot of stuff. And this is an apology and an announcement. So I try to do a lot of stuff that I know you guys want to see, because you guys say, oh, I want to see this or I want to say that. And I'm going to stop even asking. Like you're saying about the Microtech Feather. Would I do a video on it? Maybe. But the fact is, every time I tailor a video to what it seems like the majority of my viewers want to see, those are the worst videos. Oh, we want to see American-made knives. I have done 5 videos about American-made knives. Do you know what my 5 worst performing videos were? The knives that I did because I thought you guys wanted American-made knives. You guys say things, but then you don't vote with watching. I don't get it. I'm going to turn this light off. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll equalize a little bit of the lighting. Nope, that didn't help at all. So the thing is that the sun is right there because I've got the garage door open. So I can't continue. I just can't listen. I just can't listen to what you guys say you want, because I watch. You vote in the comments what you say you want, but the second I do it, you're like, oh, well, we really didn't want to watch it. We just thought it would be a good idea. So, yes, this is absolutely the karambit for the Bally Boys. I have the actual one here. Was my ass sweaty? Cabe's ass. We did not go to Joshua Tree. We were at Beaumont, up near Palm Springs. So, the other problem too is I can't get American-made makers to send me knives, and I can't buy their knives. So this is the actual knife. Let me see. Trying to figure out how I can do this. So this is the actual knife. And it is definitely, it's definitely nerve-wracking to mess with the full edged, sharpened version. So definitely it's not as much fun. I'm gonna have to do something. That, whether it's bothering you guys or not, it is driving me nuts how bad this lighting is. Let's see here. Can I do this? I don't know. My wife will be home soon. Is that better? I think that's a little bit better. I think actually switching back to where I was made it better. But yeah, this thing is terrifying the first time you try it. It really is. And it's simple. How would you sharpen the inside curve on a knife like that? With a stone this big. 1/2-inch stone. That's what I use. And I'm going to have to sharpen this because I'm not going to lie to you. I have dinked it into. See, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. You'll hit the deployment button and it'll drop back in before you get it all the way out. And if you're carrying this as a self-defense tool, nah, I don't trust it. This is not a self-defense tool. This is a play toy. Oh, there we go. There's another issue. So if you've got this in your hand and it decides it wants to not close properly, you're going to cut yourself. This is an absolutely beast of a, like I said, watch this. In the pocket, out of the pocket. That is a true reliable deployment on a self-defense knife. It's not. That one right there, absolutely just for flash and play and fun. And don't get me wrong, it's fun. It's absolutely fun. It's I don't think it's like everybody's like, oh, it's so much better. I was like, I don't think that this is I don't think it's orders of magnitude. Everybody's like, it's so much more fun than the gravity knife, the XO. And I'm like, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that is much more reliable. And I don't think that is orders of fun. This is a lot more fun, in my opinion, than that. But here's the thing. I'm not a Bally guy. I'm not the guy that's going to have a Balla song and mess around with it and play around with it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like is that fun? Yeah. For me, nowhere near as much fun as this. I find this fun. And the fact is, I'll carry this and use it. I've carried this as an EDC, and it's a very, very good, very functional knife. You can't use that other one for anything. Karambits are a very limited use knife. And this is so much more less likely to injure the end user. Everybody's like, oh, that's dangerous. You're going to cut yourself with that. I was like, I've cut myself with this less times than I have with flipper knives. Absolutely have cut myself way less times with this than I have something like this. Well, not like that. Let's see here. This. I've cut myself with flipper knives, dropping them across my thumb and stuff like that way more times than I have with this, because guess what? I don't have to put my head, a lot like some other locking systems. I do not have to put my hand in the travel of that blade. It's all enclosed. This is actually a very, very safe knife, as long as you're not an idiot, which unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are idiots. I'm trying to keep up with the chat over on Rumble. I can see that there's 8 people over there watching. Y'all have a productive afternoon. Must get productive. Yeah, I have to do a lot of editing this afternoon. Today's my wife's birthday, and she has surgery tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get much done this afternoon. I think that basically, I just now received a Rumble notification. I'm not going to talk about what the flipper is, because that is something I have not done a video about, but that is another Rosecraft knives that came back from the show with me. We will talk about this one because this is available, and I've already filmed the video about it, and it'll be going up soon. This is the Weya. This is a very good, I love this knife. Savannah Swags gave this to me at the show. She was like, look, I don't want to have to take knives back with me. Do you want to take that home with you? I was like, yes, absolutely. I would like to. And so she did it. She gave it to me. So this is available on Rosecraft's website, and you can use my coupon code Crazy Sharp to save, I think, 5%. Well, the announcement is the live feeds. Okay, so here's the announcement. Now there's like 14 people here. The big announcement is that I'm going to start doing Monday live feeds in the afternoon again. And it's going to be from 4 to 6. So I'm going to try and get it figured out. So like it always happens like this. It does not matter when I pick a time to do a live stream. There's always someone else going live. And not that I care. It's not like I'm like, that's my time slot. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not getting bent because other people are doing lives at the same time. I don't think it's fair to have people make a choice. They want to watch that live stream and watch mine. And I try to pick times. But the fact is, at this point, like, that's when I have. Our schedules have changed. My daughter's schedule has changed. My wife's schedule has changed for the summer. And that means that I have that time available from 4 to 6 that I can still do all this stuff. Plus, I'm teaching my daughter how to drive. My daughter has her permit now, and I'm teaching her how to drive. So I don't want to give up all that. And the whole lunchtime thing is not going to work because my wife is in the house now, and in the house, I mean. I could do it here like this, but I really don't like to. It's not as convenient. Like, I would rather do it in the house than like this. But like this, I can do it on Rumble. So we'll see. Wednesday live feeds might go away. And the fact is, like I said, with the fact that I'm not getting super chats, and I'm not getting the donations during live feeds, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I'm not. It doesn't make it worth it for me to do a 2-hour live feed on a Wednesday when I know that basically I'm running all my lights and my electronics, and I'm spending money to do it with no return on investment. So Wednesday live feeds may just go away. You might just not get a notification. I might do them from time to time, but I think Monday afternoon and Saturday at lunch is when I'm going to do them. And a lot of those are going to be member and subscriber only, because I want you guys to my daughter is learning on an automatic because we don't own a manual. This is IA over on Rumble. We don't own a manual because my wife cannot drive a manual. Now, I absolutely would love to have a manual transmission on a vehicle. I thought that I could teach anyone to drive a manual transmission. I honestly did. I have taught people that there's no way I could ever drive a manual transmission. I have taught people that have said there is no way, and I taught them. I told my wife that. I was like, I can teach you how to drive a manual transmission. After 2 years of trying to teach her to drive a manual transmission when we lived in Japan, I was like, we'll just only own an automatic. I cannot do it. And so therefore, I don't have a manual to teach my daughter on. And the fact is, nowadays, no one's going to have a manual transmission. No one. Like, I don't know any of my friends that has a manual transmission, except for one guy that built a race car in his garage, and it's not even street legal. It has a manual. Not much. Maybe I can get people. This is how much I give for Mike to get $5. Oh, Alice, I wanted to $7.15. Thank you very much. I thought it was $1.15, and I was perfectly fine with it. Now I see it's a $7 because I don't have my reading glasses on. Thank you very much, Alice. As a matter of fact, hang on. There's a thing here. Alice, with the first super chat I've gotten in a very long time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But you didn't have to do that. Alice, your Dragon Ball Z lanyard things were the bomb. Everybody wanted one. And there was a young man there that was there with his mom and his dad. And that was the only thing. His dad gave him like $20 for raffle tickets. That was the only thing he put his money in, was the raffle for those. And he got that, and he was very happy. And I was like, that is cool. I am so glad that he won that, because what it was just it was a blind pull. So you got to pick what you wanted. And so all the lanyards and all the zipper pulls and all the stuff were up there, and his raffle ticket got pulled, and he was like, yep, that one. And I think he got the blue one with the yellow wrap on the ball. It was awesome. I was really happy that, because everyone else that got him was adults. And I was like, that's sad. The other guy that got one was an adult. And I was like, that's sad. I don't want. Mike, did you hear about California residents could buy a Tesla for as low as $20K because Newsom wants everyone to convert to electric? I will never convert to electric. We'll talk about that over on the Rumble side. Remind me of that, Cabes, and I'll tell you why. It's another leash and tether that they try to put on you. Same thing with, oh, we're going to get rid of natural gas, even though it requires, like, natural gas is less polluting than making the electricity you need to run an electric stove. It really is. Because if you run on natural gas and you got a tank out in your yard that is the size of a Buick, it takes a long time for them to shut you down. I drove from my house to Beaumont and back. That is a 200 and, well, I had done some driving around as well in town and around here. I got 320 miles on a half a tank in a diesel Volkswagen. So, but, yeah, also, let's do that again. I'll post up the link. Here's the link. Here's a link to the Rumble side of the house. We're going to be going over there here in about 20 minutes or so. So it'll be just Rumble exclusively for an hour. Temporary error occurred on YouTube. This is usually temporary. Wait a moment and try again. Oh, how convenient. I have a temporary error. Did you guys see the comment that I posted with the link to the Rumble side? Did you guys see that? How convenient that it only is showing up as an error. Oh, I'm getting an error. When I try to post a link to the Rumble side of the house, so if you guys haven't, it's just crazy sharp, all one word, all caps on Rumble. If you haven't followed me over there, I would appreciate it. It makes it how convenient that the link that I try to post that leads you to where I want to say what I usually say is now an error. So I do have monthly subscribers over on Rumble. I have not figured out how to utilize locals properly to let me try that one more time. Purely coincidence. There we go. Now it worked. So yeah, if you haven't followed me, Mock Clown is over. He is one of my monthly subscribers on Rumble and here on YouTube. So I am going to try and to entice you guys. If you are not part of my members, all of my members get access to exclusive content. And I don't do a lot of it, but I am going to do some exclusive content for the members. Now, it might be something, it just might be day-to-day stuff that I'm doing and I just film it. It might not necessarily be knife content, but a lot of times the behind-the-scenes stuff from a channel that the members-only stuff, a lot of times for a lot of channels, is kind of behind-the-scenes stuff. And I think a lot of people enjoy that. Well, that's not YouTube's doing. Cabes is over there on YouTube or on Rumble. I'm sorry. I did that. So it says one thing I dislike about the YouTube live is that your viewers can't post links unless you're a mod. I set that up because what was happening was people were posting adult content and things like that. And I just was absolutely done with it. So, but yeah, the big announcements are, yeah, I'm going to go back to doing afternoon Mondays. It'll be 4 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get a hold of Scott and give him my updated schedule. I'm going to leave Wednesdays off. So if you get notified that there is a live feed on YouTube, you can watch it. Typically I'll do it in the morning. I'll know ahead of time that I was doing it. So Mock Clown says, yeah, it was funny, but could get a channel banned from YouTube? Yeah, I had to do it. I had to block people from putting up comments because they were putting up links to things that were not appropriate. Even some of my followers were doing it. Jamie mentioned that from Blades and EDC. Yeah, it's really unfair how YouTube treats us creators. It's like, well, you're responsible for what everyone does. It's like owning a daycare. Well, you're responsible because this kid punched the other kid. I'm like, I had to go to the bathroom for like a second. Like if you get a ton of comments, you know, it's just, you're going to get that from time to time. So, I looked at my revenue this month for YouTube and I was like, man, I made more than that when I had like half the subscribers. I literally did. I made more when I had 6,000 subscribers than I do now when I have 12,000 and I get videos that have a lot more views than I did back then. And I'm like, you can't tell me that's organic. You can't tell me that YouTube has not been Here's what I think. I think YouTube was inflating some views. I think they still are inflating some views. And I think that they were, well, we already know that they were screwing people with their ad revenue stuff. And now they're punishing us. Does the puppy bark when he sees the dancing cat video? My puppy is in the house. Puppy does not stay out here with me. But now that you mentioned it, I did forget that I owe you guys this.
They call me Cuba Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. Yes.
Speaking of cat, where is everyone going? Why is there only 9 people here? You can follow me over on Rumble if you want. But the other thing that I was going to announce, I have not, and I'm pretty upset about this. I've not seen Shopcat in days. Like, I haven't seen Shopcat since I came back. Garage door's been open. I go out to feed him. I haven't seen him. He hasn't been in the house. I don't know what happened. I'm worried. I'm afraid something happened to Shopcat. The dog is going nuts. Like, the dog is always like sniffing around the door looking for Shopcat. Don't know. I don't know if something happened to him or what. But Mock Clown, yes, I did get the Bob Ross one. You guys will get to see that later over on the Rumble side of the house. So I see that the viewers are dropping off over here on YouTube and it's picking up over on Rumble. What I will say is I've had enough YouTube today. So the 8 of you that are here, if you would, please join me over on Rumble. We're going to talk about some stuff that I can't talk about on YouTube. It's time to talk about the unpleasant truths that are happening. So I'm going to probably kick YouTube off here. So if you're not watching over on Rumble, I would appreciate if you'd follow me over there. But I see that you aren't because people are leaving, but the content, the count has not went up. And this is the other thing. I just get frustrated. I'm not going to lie to you. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to take time out of your life, to take time out of your day. And I have a lot of stuff that I should be doing. And I decided to do a live feed anyway. It's really frustrating when you put that time into it and there's 6 people. So I'm going over to Rumble so I don't get frustrated because I won't see the viewer count up here. So if you're not watching over there, you need to follow the link that I just posted. So piss off, YouTube. I'm out of here.